Yo, what is up, everybody? It's Sid, and I am here for a crazy video, guys. As you guys can see in the background of this video, I'm going to be doing a little bit of a voiceover over QJB's new NBA Live Mobile 19 little unreleased gameplay, some unreleased stuff, and I'm going to be doing an in-depth description and understanding of what's going to be happening in NBA Live Mobile. So he kind of goes through everything. I'm sure if you've already watched this video, then you probably already watched QJB's video. If not, make sure you go check it out. It's a very good video. I'm just going to be explaining a little bit more that he does about the different packs that they've added in, the different modes that they've added in, and the different gameplay styles that they've added into the game. So, as you guys can see here in the background, he's showing the NBA Live Mobile loading screen. It says, "Welcome to NBA Live Mobile Season 3. Check out some of the new features," okay? So we have something new called campaigns, which he's going to get into, I think, is the first thing he gets into. So let's skip to over where he goes to campaign, and I'm going to explain it to you. Okay, here. So right here, this page, this campaign page. So if you guys play Madden Overdrive, this is kind of the same idea, where it brings you to a campaign page, and you can choose different events from the different campaigns, and then when you click on an event, it'll have different live events under that. So it's kind of like you click on one thing, it'll lead you to this page, which is a bunch of different things. And then based on which one you click, it'll bring you to another page of different live events. And then you can go ahead and you can play those live events and grind out the masters. So he's going to show in a sec, but the best card starting off in NBA Live Mobile 19 is going to be this 83 Kevin Durant, which as you can see is right there. It says event expires 2 weeks, 4 days, 16 hours. That is called rookies. So right here, guys, we're going to pause this right here. So it says the rookie campaign start. As you guys can see, there are a lot of different campaign things you have to do in order to make it all the way down to the Kevin Durant, which I'll show in a second. Now, as you guys see in the top right-hand corner, it says sets. Now, if you actually look on the tab bar, unless they add it in, I do not think there are an actual tab bar set. Luckily, this year, they've made it much simpler to go to the sets that they want you to go to. So based on whatever campaign live event you do, it will take you to that page. And then you can go ahead and click sets, and it will bring you to the exact set for that campaign live event. So you don't have to go scrolling through 97,000 different sets for the cards that you want. If you want to go to the specific campaign sets, you go into that campaign mode and you click the sets button in the top right hand corner, and then you can go ahead and it'll bring you to that exact set for that campaign. So as you guys are going to see in about, I'll skip about 10 seconds from now, here is the 83 Kevin Durant. So his stats obviously are pretty bad. I mean, obviously, starting off NBA Live Mobile 19, this is going to be the best card in the game until they start adding live events. Excuse me, not live events, until they start adding different masters and different promos. And so, yeah, pretty much this is going to be the starting master. As we can see here, once again, you have the ability to get Trae Young, DeAndre Ayton, and Marvin Bagley III. And obviously under them is the sets. So obviously it's showing you which cards you're able to get. But once you click on the sets below him, which he does not end up doing in this video, I'm assuming it will take you to another page, which will then go ahead and explain to you how you're going to be able to get these specific cards, right? So we obviously have, he's going to basically just look at these 3 different cards, and now I'm going to explain to you the next thing he goes over, which is the sets tab. So like I said, he clicked the button in the top right corner to go to sets. It brings you to the rookies option, which is right now, I guess, the only set that has the only campaign that has sets. So he sees rookies. You see you have to trade in 3 of these little tokens, which he ends up getting from playing the first live event in the campaign mode. So I'm assuming for most live events in the campaign mode, you're going to get some sort of brownish badge type thing, which you're going to be able to use to trade in for a silver player. Then you can use 12 silver players and 5 of these other tokens to trade in for, I'm assuming, what looks to be a gold player. And I'm not sure if he shows it here, but it looks like some sort of rookie jersey thing, which I'm assuming might go towards the Masters. And then under that, you could see it looks like what looks to be a gold coach, an elite coach and an elite player, and 10 of these special badges for 3 jerseys. So I'm assuming the jerseys are going to be going towards possibly the Kevin Durant. because otherwise there really would be no point trading in 80 overalls for just 3 jerseys. So I'm assuming the jerseys do go towards the Kevin Durant. As you can see, the next thing over is front office, and then NBA Today, which I do not think he ends up going in depth in. The next thing I think he showcases is his team after the NBA Today, right? So here's NBA Today. As you guys can see, it's pretty much like the live events tab in NBLM Mobile 18. You have Coin Collector, which I'm assuming gives you a couple thousand coins for completing it. Jackpot, which I'm assuming is something similar. Obviously, the Stamina Boost, which you've always had, which probably gives you 50 stamina for playing the live event. Get Loose. What did I say? Get Loose, yeah. So I'm assuming that's some sort of live event that brings you towards a pro pack. Yeah. So you see a little thing that connects towards the sets. So that's saying that if you get 5 Get Loose set items, then you can earn a pro pack, obviously, which is a regular Gold Plus player. You have the Explosion, which is, I guess, a new XP type thing, and the Elite Player Spin, which we had last season as well. Okay, so he doesn't really showcase this too much. He doesn't play any of these live events. He goes over to his team, guys. So this is very important. As we see currently, there is no classic lineup. He ends up saying that he hopes that they bring back the different two-way lineups, shooting lineups, etc. But as you guys can see right here, there is no classic lineup. Now, I don't remember exactly if last season they had a classic lineup at the beginning, so I'm hoping that they do end up bringing eventually a classic lineup in. But as of right now, it looks to be you only have an NBA lineup, and only current players. No like old-time players in the NBA lineup, just a current theme in the game. So next, you guys can see he's going to showcase the different type of archetype, that they have on the players. So we're going to skip a bit until he shows it. Give me 1 second. Let's see where he shows it. Okay, here. So right here, he's going to zoom in a second. As you guys can see, this is Steph Curry. Right below the Steph Curry card, you see a little symbol. Looks like a little crosshair type thing. And then you see next to it sharpshooter. So based on the different types of archetypes of the player, is going to be the different types of things that they can do better than the other players. So he explained this a little better than I'm going to explain it. Obviously, he has it all written down on his, I guess, his phone that was texted to him by EA. But basically, sharpshooter is going to be an archetype that allows you to have a better chance of scoring a three-point shot, and they're going to be the players that have better shooting abilities. For example, the Steph Curry, and you'll see in the next card the James Harden. Then there's going to have a LeBron, which is going to be a slasher. Probably a better player, I guess, maybe inside shooting, rebounding, and I guess getting towards the paint. I guess like type of like a slasher, there's going to be a lot of guys like that. Then we have Kristaps Porzingis, rim protector, obviously being 7'3". He's going to have a higher block rating, probably a higher defense rating, maybe even a higher rebounding rating. Then we have another Karl Anthony Towns, another slasher with a higher rebounding and a higher inside scoring. And then we have other players like John Wall, CJ McCollum, Kevin Durant, who's a sharpshooter. We have Blake Griffin, Joel Embiid. And every player is going to have their own archetype. And that's going to obviously explain the different abilities that they have towards the game over the other players, right? So if you're having a Steph Curry versus another point guard, obviously Steph Curry is going to be the better shooter because he's a higher overall and he's a sharpshooter. So that's pretty much all I can explain for teams. He explains a little bit about the different types of, there's a few different types of coaches, and they still do have the chemistry with the coaches if they're the same, I'm assuming, if they're the same type. And yeah, so actually I want to rewind a little bit. So I want to get, he didn't really explain the taskbar too much. So I want to wait until he gets to the taskbar so I can pause, but I'll wait after. So he goes into his first live event. So each live event right here looks to be 20 stamina points. Now that's actually quite a bit of points, considering the fact that people are just going to be starting out. So that means that if you're going to just be grinding campaign, you're going to burn through your stamina very quickly because each campaign is only about 20-25 seconds. So right here, guys, is the different quote-unquote gameplay that they added in. It doesn't seem to be like the shooting is any different. The sprint button's the exact same. It doesn't look like anything. No shooting forms. It doesn't look like, I think all shooting forms are still pretty much the same. But as you guys can see, he's zooming in, and right inside the circle of the Curry, it has the little sharpshooting form to show that the little symbol that shows that obviously he's a sharpshooter. And as you guys can see, like it was, I don't know if you guys remember, but back in, I believe it is NBA 2K14, back when it was on, I don't know, Xbox 360 is what I remember it from. The closer the player got to their hotspots, the bigger the bar would get on the bottom. So pretty much there's going to be a small bar, a thin bar around the player's circle, which obviously is going to show that it's your player. And it's going to fill up blue if it's a better shot for the player, and it's going to lose the blue and become white when it's a worse shot. Obviously, the more blue, the higher percentage shot, and obviously the less blue, the less percentage shot, and the less chances of the character making it. So the card art seems to be a little different. Obviously, the back of the card art seems to be a little different. The front of it's definitely different. We don't see these type of weird shaped cards in NBA Live Mobile 18. And as you guys can see, the different events still reward coins, XP, and then obviously their thing plus the first win. Okay, so here's the next thing. He clicked on, I missed it, but he clicked on campaign with Joel Embiid, and it's going to bring you to another set of events. Now, this is not an event that you can do. This is a unlockable event, and essentially you can get, if you complete these, an 82 overall Joel Embiid. And in order to get this, you can go ahead and you have to do different events, obviously, probably different some sets, and stuff like that. So this is, I guess you can call it the mobile master type thing. In order to, now, as you guys can see, to the right of the mobile master card, there is a thing, if you guys can see it, I'm not sure if you guys can, but it says +1, and then it's obviously locked, and it says 75 get loose wins in NBA Today. So if you do a lot of the regular live events in NBA Today, it says if you do 75 get loose live events, you can get a +1 token. And what that's going to do is, because there's a little bit of a change in how they're going to be upgrading players, +1 is basically what they did with the Dirk Nowitzki of last season, where you can go ahead and you can collect tokens for him, and you could add it to the character, and it'll be an automatic 1 point. We'll go ahead and upgrade the character all the way up 1 point. So obviously there's a few different options. So you can go ahead and level your 82 MB. It looks like at least 3 to 4 times. So I'm guessing up to close to an 86 or an 87. See, as you guys can see here. And then these are the Mobile Master training points, pretty much. So that's for the campaign. So right here. So as we can see, guys, there's the home option. There's the achievements option. I think which he showed a little bit. There's obviously the store, which I'll get to in a second. And there's the regular settings. I do not know if there's a recovery code. He did not go to settings, so I'm not sure if they have recovery codes. It's very important to see if they do have recovery codes, because that's where a lot of stuff happened last season. Obviously, they took it out because of the situation of scamming and bad problems they were having in the community with the different codes. And it's also going to be a question of, are we going to have coin selling? I'm sure a lot of people are going to be asking, is there going to be coin selling? And that is going to be a huge question throughout NBA Live Mobile 19 and at the beginning of NBA Live Mobile 19. I'm sure a lot of people, I'm sure if you played this game, you either yourself went ahead and bought coins, or you at least know somebody who went ahead and bought coins. And that was a huge part of NBA Live Mobile, was the coin selling, where you can go onto websites and basically buy coins for yourself, because it was pretty hard to gain coins unless you grinded the game a stupid amount. I remember that one of my friends actually bought me, I was like a little present, an account, which was 80 overall at the beginning, and it had 100 million coins on it. This was, I believe, last season, and I had a lot of fun with that. I did a lot of collabs, a crazy pack opening. I did shopping sprees. I did pretty much everything. So it's kind of like, if it's cheap enough, it's kind of like a YouTuber's dream to be able to go ahead and buy coins, because you can do a crazy amount with it, and for such a cheap price. But yeah, guys, as of right now, I'm not 100% sure how coin selling is going to work. If it does work, guys, if coin selling is a thing, I'm sure it will not last more than maybe a month or two, maybe even weeks, if they catch on. Because as you guys have seen, in all the mobile games, coin selling near mid-season was stopped. And people who were still trying to sell coins or buying coins were getting banned. Also, guys, I want to say a big thing I want to tell everybody. Please, if you guys find some sort of exploit or some sort of like glitch, hack, or anything on those lines, do not use it. As much as it's tempting to go ahead and be able to put up or to be able to glitch pro packs somehow and go ahead and get 5 pro packs for every 1 pro pack, or some sort of glitch on those lines. Please do not do it. There is a big glitch at the beginning of Madden Overdrive where you could get multiple things in one shot. You guys can do a little bit of research on that if you want to, but people ended up getting banned. A lot of people actually ended up getting banned for this exploit. So if you guys find some sort of exploit, please do not abuse it, because if you do, you're going to end up getting banned and you're going to have wasted your time and or money on doing this. So as much, like I said, as it is going to be tempting to go ahead and do it, just don't. It's really not worth the time. It's really not worth the effort to go ahead and have to figure out how to get unbanned. But anyways, guys, so as you guys can see in the left, there's obviously objectives, my team, store. His head's covering some of it. I think that's like the live event thing. There's achievements under there, and I'm sure a couple other things, probably auctions, I'm assuming, obviously. Okay, so he goes through his team one more time. I'm going to skip just past this because I don't want to deal with this anymore. Okay, so perfect, guys. Here we go. This is going to be the last thing because this video is already decently long. So here, guys, this is going to be talking about the things in the store. So as you guys can see, what's hot, you can buy for $2 a Kyle Korver 70 overall with, I guess, 100 cash. You could buy 300 stamina plus 100 cash for $1. That's probably going to be the best deal. I'm sure if you guys have $1 in your PayPal, obviously, first thing, go ahead and buy that if you want to start grinding out events. Because like I said, I don't know how long it's going to be until it's gone. But if that's available when the store comes out, go ahead and buy that. Because obviously it's 100 cash and 300 stamina is going to be a decent amount, especially considering each live event is at least 20 if you're grinding out campaigns. We also have featured, which is going to be obviously the featured packs, rookies, packs, coins, and NBA cash. So I'm not sure if he actually goes through the coin packs, but let me see if he does. I know he goes through featured and rookies, but I wasn't 100% sure if he went through the other thing. Okay, guys, this is what I want to explain to you. One of the last things I want to explain was the different packs they have this time. As we know, last season they had the triple double packs and they had the lineup packs, etc. In last NBA Live Mobile and 2 NBA Live Mobile seasons ago. So now they have pro packs, which obviously contain 1 gold or better, 1 silver or better, 1 bronze or better. They have now an all pro pack, which is 2 gold or better, 2 silver or better. And they have some sort of mega pro pack, which is 4 gold and 3 silver. And now on the bottom of it, though, it does say plus 500 cash. So I don't know if this is going to be something that you're going to have to buy with actual money, but I'm a little bit confused about the whole why they have the whole cash thing under that. I know pro packs are probably going to be the regular 7,500 coins, but I'm a little bit curious why it's first of all locked, and second of all why it has a little plus cash on it. That's a little bit confusing to me. Obviously the next tab we go over, hopefully he doesn't go too fast over it. I want to kind of explain it to you right here. Rookies. So you end up doing like a small pack opening. There's going to be different things here, I guess. A little bit of a money grab here. 500 cash for some golds and some silvers. And some second round picks, which I'm assuming he's going to have to do with some sets. And then we have what looks to be the same rep as last season, which is going to be a new currency. I'm not sure what they call it this season, but it's a new currency. It's in the top left. It's in about the middle of the screen on the top. It's a little red symbol. And you guys can see on the bottom right where it says Rookie Showdown, 50,000 to get a 70 plus and what is this? It says 70 plus and 1260 plus. So I'm not 100% sure what that's going to get you. But he goes ahead and he buys the second round pick pack. And let's see what's in here. So he gets a bunch of golds, which are obviously going to be able to be traded into the sets. He gets some silvers, he gets some bronzes, like a regular pack, obviously. He basically goes through that. Here's the regular packs. Obviously a lot more cash. You can go ahead and buy the Champions pack, which is this Warrior starting 5. And the reason that's 3,000 cash, guys, is because the whole Warrior starting 5, I believe, is all elites. Because I know Curry's an 80. I'm pretty sure Clay's probably an 80. Kevin Durant, I know, is an 80 for sure. I'm assuming Draymond Green's an 80, and I'm pretty damn sure that DeMarcus Cousins is going to be an 80. So that's probably because you can go ahead and do that. You can get the whole Cleveland starting lineup. Okay, hold on a second. I did not see this. Okay, so I'm assuming that coin selling is going to be stopped because now they have some interesting option to go ahead and buy coins on the game. So this is going to be interesting. And this is going to be for maybe a separate video uploaded today, because this is a very, very long video, over 20 minutes. I'm going to explain this a little bit more in depth in the next video. But basically, if you guys go ahead and buy cash, due to the situation of it's going to be harder at the beginning of the game to go ahead and buy coins or to get coins, obviously if coin selling isn't available, if you go ahead and you buy cash, you'll be able to trade in that cash in the store for coins. So right here it says, we're going to go over, first of all, the locker of coins. 5,000 cash for 250,000 coins. And a quart full of coins is 10,000 cash for almost a million coins. So 750,000. So this is a little bit of a new interesting feature that they've added in, which I do think is interesting. But also, once again, if you're not going to be able to grind that much cash, it's going to be kind of hard, honestly, to be able to buy coins just like that, because obviously it's going to be expensive as heck. And yeah, guys, also, once again, there's a season mode, which is the usual season mode. 5 stamina, you play your quarters, you go ahead and you grind, you get little events. Now, auction house looks to be the same. It says browse, my auctions, my bids, search and sell. Pretty much the exact same thing. Obviously, once again, I don't know until mid-season what overall they're going to go all the way up to. As of right now, like I said, it's going to be 83 overall. It's going to be the highest. And right below it is going to be the 82 upgradable Joel Embiid. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much all he shows in his video. I know there are other videos explaining it, but this is going to be kind of like a longer, in-depth video of how NBLM Mobile 19 is going to be broken down. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to slap that like button, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and comment down below what's the most exciting thing you guys are going to, what's the most exciting thing you guys are waiting for NBLM Mobile 19. For me personally, it's going to be the gameplay and the packs, because I love opening packs and I love playing the actual game itself. So I'm most excited to see what the gameplay is like. Maybe it's smoother, maybe it's better. And the packs, hopefully the pack odds are a little bit better than last season, because I opened up like 1 million pro packs, 1 million coins worth of pro packs, and I only got like, I think 2 or 3 elites, which is a very, very, very small margin. So hopefully they fix something on those lines. But yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. And yeah, have a good rest of your evening, night, day, whatever it is for you guys, and peace.